if you look at my length in March, it was right about here at chin length. Here's the picture. So last month I did another length check and I've passed 3 inches, you guys. Like 3 inches, a whole 3 inches. You see, it's right about here as of last month. So as you know, most like in a year, our hair is supposed to grow. Us as black people, our hair grows 6 inches in a year, which is 3 inches in 6 months, 3 inches in 6 months, which makes 6 inches. So in 6 months, I was able to reach 3 inches. So those are the things that I did, this past 7 months. So first of all, I have been committed to scalp massages, scalp oiling, ends oiling. Very important. Let's talk about that. So we all know that scalp massages, it makes the blood flow to the scalp. So if your blood is flowing to the scalp, it's gonna make your hair to grow, you see. So I scalp massage my hair every day, every single day. But if life happens, then every second or third day. But I do it every single day, you see. Yeah, every single day. And then with scalping my oil, oiling my scalp, I do that every second day. You see, every second day. And then, with my ends, what I do is I'll either oil it or butter it. So since I ran out of oil, I use a butter. This butter, I just apply it to my ends. Let me show you an example. You see, after I've hydrated my hair, I'll talk about it later. I'm even gonna show you a video of how I hydrate my hair. I go in with a bit of butter, and then I just put it at the ends of at my hair's ends, you see. And by doing that, my ends are not rubbing against each other, you see, which means if they're not rubbing against each other, they are not damaging each other, you see. Because that's like another way that we don't even realize that our own hair can damage itself when it rubs against each other. So that's why it's important to oil your ends, you see, so that whenever you are handling your hair, especially by the ends, it's just that it doesn't break off bit by bit, because it's it's oiled, it's protected, you see. And then the other thing that I do is I make sure that I put and take my hair out gently. So this is like the third braid for the year, my third rebraid. So which means I already took my hair out like 2 times. So the previous time that I took my hair out, I went to go and oil my ends, you see. So it made taking my hair down easily, because my hair wasn't rubbing against each other, so I wasn't breaking my ends off. So even if I was not breaking my ends off, it means I was able to retain the length up here, because our hair grows here, but the problem is down here. It's growing here, but we are breaking it here. So when I take my hair out, I oil my hair, you see, and I add more oil here at the roots area, because that is where product build up, you see. All of the months that you had the braid in, there's gonna be a lot of product build up here, you see. And I also make sure that when I am detangling my hair this year, I haven't been using a comb that much. You see, I've been finger detangling more and combing less, you see. Instead of when I want to detangle my hair, you see, I would use a detangling brush, you see. But I do finger detangle more. Like the other thing that I have been doing is keeping my hair hydrated. So here is a video as to how I hydrate my hair. Recently, I've been using this. It's a braid spray. It's for dry braided hair. It says relieve tightness and restore shine. If you don't have money for hair products, there's water. And if you have conditioner, just put a little bit of conditioner in the water. and you'll be fine. Then you just spray it onto your ends, squeeze it in, as you can see, as I'm doing on this video. You see, in that way you are keeping your ends hydrated, you see, which is very important because we don't want your hair to be dry, you know. Yeah. And then the other thing that I've been doing, you guys, is trims. I've been doing search and destroy, like I do it consistently. What is that? It's just like I take a one braid and I just look at the ends. I look for split ends, I look for knots, I look for single strand knots, you see, and then I cut it out. Because by the time when I have to take my hair out, you know, those split ends and knots, single end knots, they're gonna give me a problem, you know, you see. So by getting rid of it, you see, I am making my job easy on myself, because by the time I'm taking the hair out, you know, we know most natural hair, you can detangle your hair, but the ends will always be a problem, you see, because of the split ends, because of the split single end knots, because of the knots, you see those things. So I've been doing that a lot, and yeah, I'm not like, yeah, I can see here's a split end, I must have missed this one, I'm gonna chop it off. And then other thing I've been doing is I found a protective style and I'm sticking to that protective style for this whole year. Since March, I've been doing this protective style. You see, I've just been playing around with the size, you see, because this one is way smaller than the one I did, you know, that I did in June. Yeah, in June, you see. So find a protective style and stick to it. In that way, you will be able to know what works for your hair and what doesn't work for your hair. You'll be able to know which protective styles are protective for your hair and which protective style your hair doesn't like at all, you see. And very important, since I'm still on the topic of protective style, for this whole year I've been doing protective style with my own hair, you see. And the reason for that is synthetic hair, you see, it dries your hair out. You know, your normal hair gives you access to your scalp, and you are also able to wash and moisturize your hair, you see. You're also able to trim those ends, you see, when you need to, you see. So yeah, start doing protective style with your own hair. Your hair can protect itself, you see. I've been doing this in the past, but then I stopped. But then 2 months ago, I started to make clove and rosemary tonic. Here it is, you guys. I make a batch every single week, you see. Every single week I make a new batch, you see. In here I have rosemary and clove. I left it for like 2 days. I left it in for 2 days, you see. And then how I made it is like with warm water. I took warm water, I put it into the rosemary and the clove, and then it like really drawed in all the nutrients, you know, in the clove and the rosemary, and I've been using it. Like, when you guys, I'm telling you, it's been 3 weeks that I have this. Even like at the 1.5 week, by 1.5 week I could already noticed, you see. Imagine it's 3 weeks and my hair has already grown, you see. If it's not itching when you're doing this thing and it's not itching, then it's not strong enough, you see. So yeah, this has been working. So as you remember, like in the beginning of the video, I said that I was able to grow 1/2 inch every month, you see, which means our hair is able to grow 1 inch. But you know, first of all, just start off by growing 1/2 inch. If you know how to do that, you'll be able to move up to 1 inch, and that is my goal for next year. Now this year I know that my hair can grow 1/2 inch. Next year I'm pushing for 1 inch. In my previous video I talked about hair genetics and epigenetics, you see. So yes, that is the right video for you to go and watch, where you can see how is it that, you know, many naturals, for example, Shatia Banks is able to grow 1 inch of hair, you guys, in a month. I also have a Shatia Banks video up on my channel. So yeah, it's either you're going to watch the epigenetic video or the Shatia Banks video. You get to choose which video you want to go and watch, you know. But one thing that you shouldn't forget to do is to subscribe. I'm 20 subscribers away from hitting 800 subscribers. So, you know, by you subscribing, you are subscribing to a channel where you will learn about natural hair, how to grow your hair, you see. So I hope to see you in the next video, and go and watch one of these videos.